You guys can start now. Okay. Thank you. Hey, John.
Well, we got a ton of let's get like a drum. But you know. So true. Yeah, I don't know. That was actually, I don't remember that.
They wasn't good. Nebraska.
Yeah, if you don't, we probably ought to get, will this work for everybody, this microphone? Pick up everything? Great. Probably ought to get our partners up here, Miss Charlotte and Rick. Everybody ready? Excellent. Good morning, everybody. I'm Nick Sellers with World Games 2022, and we are 45 days away from opening ceremony of the world's biggest sports party of the year. We'll welcome thousands of international guests, and they will see an emerging international city. As we all know, the security benefits that we're getting from the federal government are creating some challenges, but challenges that I'm pleased to say we are more than overcoming with our exciting announcement today. An international city helps people get from home to entertainment and back in a safe and efficient way. And we have been working for months with our partners at the City of Birmingham and the Birmingham-Jefferson County Transit Authority to develop the easiest and most efficient way for everyone who is coming to the World Games to arrive safely and conveniently at their destinations. Today, we are announcing Ride the Line, a shuttle system that will transport fans and spectators to World Games venues all over the city. And this is the key. The Ride the Line system will be totally free throughout the World Games. This will be the most convenient and most efficient way for fans throughout the city to get to venues and watch these incredible sporting events and entertainment at the region's World Games Plaza. The shuttles will be clean, they'll be air conditioned, and they'll run in loops between the venues from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. during the games. Ride the Line is designed to promote the very best experience possible for those attending World Games 2022. And detailed information about Ride the Line, including shuttle routes and stops, can be found online at twg2022.com/ride. It's now my honor and privilege to turn it over to our incredible partners who have been working with us on this. I'll first turn it over to the City of Birmingham and Rick Journey. Rick.
Nick, thank you so much.
Sir.
It is an exciting day. It's another piece into our preparation and the long-running time that we have put into getting ready for this once-in-a-lifetime event for the city of Birmingham, for the Birmingham region, and for the state of Alabama. We're so excited about that. On behalf of Mayor Woodfin and the city of Birmingham, we are excited to announce this partnership here as well with the World Games and the Bjcta. And as Nick said, this is going to be a very simple message for everybody, okay? You can help and join in and repeat after me. Ride the line. Okay? It's real simple there. Ride the line. Our commitment is to ensure a positive experience for everyone taking part in the World Games 2022 events. And the best thing that I will say as we go into this presentation as well and update you on all the different aspects of it is for those of you watching us on social media right now, and those of you who are watching us on TV or reading about us on digital or in print, prepare. Start thinking about, okay, these are the events that we are buying our tickets, and these are the events that we are going to. This is how we're going to get there. You don't have to stress out and say, oh, we can't park here, we can't park there. Learn more about the World Games Transit Line and figure out how you can park and ride the line. So thank you so much for the partnership, and it's my pleasure to introduce Charlotte Shaw of Bjcta.
Well, good morning. Again, my name is Charlotte Shaw, and I am the Executive Director and CEO of Birmingham Jefferson County Transit Authority. I must say I'm very excited at the opportunity to partner with Nick Sellers and the World Games of 2022 and Mayor Randall and the City of Birmingham to bring you the Ride the Line transportation plan. We have a big part in this Ride the Line section in our red line, where we will be offering complimentary services for our entire system. And the red line consists of the Magic City Connector. It is our goal to provide transportation accessibility to the World Game, most of the World Game events, while maintaining quality service to our municipalities we currently serve. So we're excited about this opportunity. Bjcta is excited to offer reliable system, efficiency, where we will be increasing our frequencies. And so we look forward to this opportunity, and thank you very much. And now it's Jay.
It's Jay and Christina Argo, also from Birmingham Department of Transportation. And so we're going to go over a little bit more of the granular details of this. And one thing I want to point out is Ride the Line is going to be able to get you to quite a few of our venues, but this doesn't preclude that there will be parking available at certain venues. To Rick's point, it is important for you to do your research on these, but 3 specific venues will, because of the security privileges that we have, will be the most complicated, and the BJCC campus, Avondale, and Sloss Furnaces. A lot of those Avondale and Sloss don't have much parking in a general basis, so Ride the Line will be a really good solution for that, because as you can see, we have different stops. The World Games East parking has 1,000 spots. That is the PNC Bank parking lots next to their campus. It will take 2 minutes to get to Avondale, 5 minutes to get to Sloss. So this will be a really good solution for those. But one thing to point out is the hub at the plaza. This is where all 3 of them intersect and all come together down here at the BJCC campus, and they'll drop off 1 block from City Walk, where the World Games Plaza will be, as well as obviously Protective Stadium with the opening and closing ceremonies, as well as 7 other sports venues that are all around the BJCC campus. With that, also, obviously, we have 3 different color lines. I pointed out the World Games East parking lot of 1,000 spots. Legion Field, as everybody knows, is a large campus that has 2,000 parking spots available for this. Those 2 spots will be the best park and ride options, knowing that we just don't have huge parking lots within the downtown Birmingham area. So this new way of thinking really takes advantage of the entire downtown parking footprint, where there's probably close to over 10,000 parking spots, and also helps us to get to all of our favorite neighborhood restaurants and entertainment areas. Christina, is there anything specific you'd like to touch on?
Definitely. So in addition to these 2 larger parking areas, there's plenty of on-street parking that'll be available. And the other thing to keep in mind too is in addition to our shuttle, we've got bikes and scooters that we will have increased parking areas for the games. Uber and Lyft will be a big factor as well. And then I believe that our shuttle gets people close enough to areas where they can easily walk, a 5 to 10 minute walk to each venue. In addition to at the hub, where you can get on all 3 lines at Powell Avenue, it's also a transfer stop where you can hop from the red line to the green line and make your way to the east, or on the red line, travel north to south.
So we're hoping that this, with the World Games being a large international sporting event, as this is our audition for more bigger events, we really think that this is a template that can be used for future events as we move forward with large-scale events and continuing to develop as an international destination for the city of Birmingham.
Questions?
I would have one. This is, Nick, this is more than just for the games, right? There are a lot of tourist attractions here that this could also service too, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, a world-class city really demands a world-class transportation system. And that means to think anew, and it's just time. It's time to think anew about our transportation system, and it's time to ride the line. And so a more distributed transportation parking system allows people and guests in our community and our international guests to park in and around their favorite restaurant areas or their favorite entertainment areas or different districts in and around the city that they may want to visit while they're here, like the Railroad Park area, like the Civil Rights District, the 2nd Avenue Restaurant District, or Lakeview, so on and so forth, even as far south as Homewood and Soho. Park, ride the line to the hub, enjoy all of the fun sporting events and World Games activities and fun in the World Games Plaza, and then get back safely and efficiently to your vehicles. While we will lose parking on site at Protective and the BJCC, we more than outgain that parking in a more distributed and an easier and efficient way. You avoid all the hassle of having to get in lines and wait to park and wait to leave the main sporting areas. You park around where those lines will be. It'll be very convenient if you go to twg2022.com/ride. Learn more about where those parking spots are. Park in and around the ride the line areas and all of the 3 colors, from the green area to the red line up and down 20th Street to the blue line from Legion Field and west of the city to the hub and back. Very safe, very convenient.
My final question is also important that it's free, right? I mean, I think you reiterate
Tell
that.
us, you talk about it.
Well, it is free. It's complimentary. And I think one thing that this will also help is with all of our guests coming to town and staying in our hotels, this will help to reduce the congestion throughout the downtown area because it really hits the majority of our downtown hotels. So this offers them an opportunity to not only maybe not get in cars and try to drive around our city, but also gives them a simple opportunity to get around to our restaurants and entertainment areas as well.
I can't let Martin ask all the questions. I just want to go for Christine. You guys mentioned the Magic City Connector. Is the BRT in any way going to be incorporated in this plan, or is it not necessary? Because I know it's supposed to be done around the time that we're getting.
Yeah, I'm gonna kick this to Mr. Journey.
Oh, Rick.
Oh, Lord. No, good question, John. So City of Birmingham is continuing to work with our funding partner, the Federal Transit Administration, and the operational partner in BJCTA to finalize the Birmingham Express. So construction has moved efficiently. The crews are currently striping the lanes, the bus lanes that will be reserved for that area, and we continue to work to finalize this long-time project. You know, it's been years coming. So what we are set to do now is in the coming days, in the coming weeks, we will update on a launch date. But one of the conversations we had is we don't want to put, just a launch date out there that's not the true launch date. So we're working on that launch date, and once we're ready to do that, we'll do it. And you'll hear much more about that in the coming weeks, as well as a marketing plan that we're getting ready to launch.
Rick, I don't know if you want to speak to this or who wants to, but I just wanted to ask about the staffing and then the buses themselves. Is it going to be existing staff and buses or contractors, like bringing some extra on?
Yeah.
Well, as it relates to BJCTA, we're actually using our current staff who will suffice for the staffing plan. And so while we are increasing frequencies, we're doing what everybody else is doing now, asking for overtime. And so as long as we get bus drivers or operators, which I had a town hall meeting last night with our operators to encourage them for our plan, to prepare for the plan. And so we think we should be good. Right.
Christina, do you want to add to that?
Sure. So I can speak to the blue and the green line. So we do have an external vendor who's going to be providing those shuttle services. So there'll be plenty of staff for driving the buses and folks at the shuttle stops that will be directing people on where to go. And we've got some extensive planning that will go into each of those shuttle stops. There'll be lots of signage and wayfinding to help people walk to those shuttle stops and ride the line, as Nick says.
I want to mention one other thing here, and that's just, I can't say enough great things about our partners at the city, and certainly the BJCTA. For those of us who've lived in Birmingham our entire lives and may not have given the BJCTA a look, it is time to give it a new look. The positive energy that's happening at World Games 2022 is permeating through the entire city, through the entire state, and we feel it in our partnership with the BJCTA. They are really leaning into this moment. It's an exciting time to be in Birmingham and be around the city center. And it's not just this ride the line system, but as you heard from our partners with the city, Christina, it's the electric scooters and buses. It's the micro-mobility around the community. It's the ride shares that are now coming with Uber and Lyft. There's so many options to get to the entertainment areas in and around the city, park your car and enjoy the restaurants and bars and so many fun things happening in and around the city center, and ride the line or take an electric scooter or a ride share. But this is what a world-class city does. This is how a world-class city looks. It values everybody in the community, and it has great options, including public shuttle systems and public transit for a 21st century city.
I'm not going to add one more thing. Let's not forget about Birmingham On Demand. So VIA will be in operation during the games as well, and they will have coordinated drop-off spots, so they will not be, breaking into that security parameter, but they will be very efficient with their services. So that's just one more option that we will be offering during the games.
Charlie, you want to talk about the duration, like from Homewood to downtown on the red, is 15, 20 minutes?
Sure, and the length of time would be a little bit difficult to talk about how long it would take depending on traffic and all those kinds of things, but one of the things that's important to us is to increase the frequency, which will increase the reliability and predictability. So you can at least depend on the bus coming every 15 minutes, whereas our Magic Connector, which is the red line, normally runs every 30 minutes. So we are going to increase our frequency to help with moving our spectators and passengers and guests through the city. Now, another question that was raised earlier was about local tour spots. Don't forget, our local service is still operating, and we're going to be increasing the quality of that local service as well. So we'll have volunteers on the BJCTA side to help coordinate those traffic patterns and places and those routes where people might want to go. So our central station is a great location to get information and for our volunteers. And also, I don't want to forget that we also are running frequencies on opening day and closing day for the airport. So that airport bus, whereas normally runs a little more than 45 minutes or longer, it will now be running about 15 to 20 minutes, okay, to help increase moving passengers from the airport to the downtown area.
And to add to that, the timing question around the blue and green line, if you utilize the World Games East parking or Legion Field, essentially you will have no longer than a 5 to 10 minute drive to your venues if it's Avondale, Sloss, or the BJCC area. So those being the two areas with the most parking spaces available, those would be destinations if that's your goal. But again, the flexibility of this to allow you to go grab dinner and other areas, we think is key as well. So you really can do it however you'd like.
Is there the potential for Fairless in the future in Birmingham?
Step out on that.
I'm going to stick to the World Games for now.
Good answer.
I will say that this is a great audition for the BJCTA in this system for big events and how to do things, and I hope it will bring more people to the table to see how safe and efficient and clean and easy it is to use the BJCTA system, especially in and around the downtown area.
Save on gas money.
That's right.
Absolutely, and right now we all want to save on gas money. This is a way to do it in a safe and efficient way.
Almost 100% right now. I'll tell you. We use CNG, so we don't even use gasoline.
Can you talk a little bit more about this being a showcase for BJCTA during this time of what it could bring in the future?
Absolutely, and I think that's what makes this so exciting right now. We get a chance to show up, and as you can see, I'm even wearing our new fresh look and our new brand. I have hired a senior director who works with us, Sam South, and she is helping us go to the next level. And so in doing that, not only do we want to offer more quality service and be more predictable and more reliable, but we want a new, fresh look. So we want a fresh start. We want the opportunity to start now. And I know that there may have been tons of things that we can talk about in the past, but I can at least tell you now, we're moving forward with partnerships all over the city, especially with the city of Birmingham and Nick Sellers and the World Games. This is just an opportunity for us to finally show up and show what transit can really do in a city like Birmingham that's growing. Birmingham economic development right now is growing in a positive direction. And when that happens, transit and economic development grows at the same time. And you really can't grow one without the other, because transit is what most people want. They want a walkable, livable city where there's scooters and bikes and things of that nature, where you can drive less, because as we all said, the price of gasoline is going up right now. It's almost $5, depending on where you get your gas. And for us, we drive clean emissions, which is CNG buses. And we even have 2 electric buses that we're going to be running from the airport. And in those electric buses, that's clean emissions. It's not going to cost us as much as it would passengers going back and forth to the airport. So we're just looking for an opportunity, like Nick said, to start anew, to start fresh. And, you know, our look is going to be fresh. We have complimentary services, not just for the World Games, but we got voters registration coming up where we're offering complimentary services. And so we're looking for the future of the BRT, that when that happens, for the first 90 days, we're going to offer complimentary services, because we want to educate our customers and our passengers on how to ride the system and the importance of BJCTA. So you'll see a lot more and hear a lot more from us in the future. You're going to start to see our refreshed look in the future, and you'll start to see us out even with network changes. I mean, our network hasn't changed in the last 30 years. And so now that we're moving forward, we're going to be changing a lot of different things to accommodate a growing city and big events that are going to be coming to the city.
Just one more, if you all have this data, just say in a given day, how many people would the ride the line system be set up to handle, if you have it?
Yeah. I don't think that we could speak specifically to that, but one thing to note, during opening and closing ceremonies, where we're going to see 30 to 40,000 people attending that event, we are preparing for that, and we will have buses to support that. And then throughout the week, when events are kind of scattered more linearly or by day, we'll have the shuttle will be a little bit different setup. Won't be quite as large to support opening and closing, but yeah, we are planning for the attendance numbers we're expecting.
Thank you.
Yep.
What was the message today, everybody?
Ride the line.
Ride the line.
Well done.
Anything else?